Hi, Dr. Bridget here with another prescription for success. Today I'm going to be talking about when it all gets too much. So yesterday a client was due to meet me and she didn't turn up, and she's done a breakthrough with me and been on some NLP courses. It was really unusual. I thought, well, I did a video last week on life getting in the way, so maybe it's something like that. But when she rang me the next day to apologise, she said, well, do you know, I've just got overwhelmed, it's all got too much. And what had happened is that she's made some pretty significant changes in her life, and she's moving forward, and I suppose you could call it transitioning to what her true purpose is, what she's really happy doing, what she wants to do for the rest of her life. So she's still got the mortgage to pay, she's still got her old job to do, and she's setting out this new career for herself. And hey, just had so much in her head that she couldn't do anything at all, and she just went to sleep, which is quite common. I expect you've done it yourself. So because I'm a supportive person generally, and for my clients in particular, we had a long chat, and I just thought I'd run past you what I said to her. So the first thing I said to her, remember why you're doing this. What's your big purpose? And you know, her purpose is to help people, to give back, and to enjoy herself for, you know, the rest of her life. So that's the big purpose. So if you can remember that, then that really helps. Then I asked her to do what I call a brain dump. So it's about getting a piece of paper, or probably 3 or 4 bits of paper, writing absolutely everything that you need to do down. So just brainstorm it, do it randomly, it doesn't matter, don't think too long about it, don't sort of go into that stress sort of thing where, you know, you're writing it down, there's 3 or 4 pages and that makes it worse. It's actually going to make it easier because it gets it out of your head, and then you can start to prioritise it. Then I reminded her that on the NLP courses we'd learned this thing called peripheral vision, which actually takes the negative emotions and the internal chatter out of your head. So if you just choose a spot somewhere, you know, roundabout up here, obviously in your own home, and stare at it, really focus, and then just let your gaze broaden out so that you can actually see 180 degrees around you. So I can see my hands now even though I'm looking at you. And when you're doing that and you keep in that state, A, it's a great learning state, and B, it actually stops the negative chatter and the negative emotions. So that's a really useful thing to learn about. And then I sort of also reminded her of something we've done on the NLP courses, where it's about stepping outside of yourself, imagining you're a fly on the wall and having a look at yourself and thinking, what on earth's going on there? And, you know, again, that's something I call a bit of dissociation. So you don't do the negative emotions when you do that, and you can actually take quite a lot of learnings from just looking at yourself and perhaps having a bit of a laugh about, you know, that's a headless chicken thing. So those are 4 things that we talked about amongst many other things. And, you know, she was actually having some physical symptoms as a result of this overwhelm. So I don't know if you've heard of Louise Hay's and the Alchemy of Healing, where she talks about the symptoms that you get physically from your emotional and thoughts and, you know, your feelings. And when we looked at her skin condition, it was about making mountains out of molehills. And, you know, it's sort of fitted so well. So look that up if you're having any physical symptoms. So, you know, if you want the accessibility to myself, the support, the accountability, the ability to ring up and say when things are not going right, then have a little think. If that would help, then just book an appointment with me, a free appointment, and we can have a chat about actually what's going on in your head, you know, what's happening with your overwhelm, and start to get it sorted out. So that's me, Dr. Bridget. I shall see you next week. Bye.